On the other hand, for the world that is concerned about nuclear threats, radicalism, terrorism, and all of that, unlike this regime, the Iranian people are not warmongers. They want to be part of the peacemaking equation. They have no quarrels of antagonism to the Jews or Israel or the Arabs or the Saudis or whoever else in the neighborhood and beyond. And their message to the world, by the way, is, look, we're not doing this only for ourselves. We are in fact doing it for the rest of you, because as a result of which a different Iran will be the element that will bring stability, peace, and that opens the gate for prosperity down the line. And that's a win-win scenario. So in this phase, the first thing we need to do is to see how we can strengthen and support as much as we can all these movements at home. And it shifts back then to one other aspect of what the role of diaspora is in all that. The diaspora obviously are like the ambassadors of our country in their respective host countries. They can have a lot of, how can I say, impact on the way their respective governments look at the Iranian situation and respond to it, whether you're a citizen of Britain or France or Germany or Canada and so on and so forth. In fact, Canada is hosting the next G7 meeting. Let me give you a tacit example of how the diaspora can have a role to play in that. America has put the IRGC on the terror list. Canada has subscribed them as well.
Took a while.
The rest of the G7 have not yet. And guess what? The biggest instrument of repression and supporters of this regime at home and abroad has been the IRGC. It's a little bit like the stormtroopers for the Empire in Star Wars. If you actually curtail them, that's one way of deploying this regime.
How far would you go to in speaking to the people in the diaspora? Do you believe it's our duty to stand in solidarity with the people in Iran? If somebody says to you, listen, I moved out of Iran, I don't want anything to do with it anymore, what do you say to them?
Well, I think then they will have a hard time answering those who remain behind inside Iran that, okay, life is better for us now, and by the way, we'll forget about the rest of you. In fact, it means that now they have the ability to speak freely here, as opposed to an Iranian filmmaker who has to face censorship and even are forbidden to continue their work, but they remain there and work hard. There is a built-in expectation for their fellow Iranians now, having immigrated, that now it's your role to have our back. There's an expectation that is there, and I think, you can be completely detached and say, I don't give a damn anymore. Some people may do that.